deal with it, Sonny. Yeah? You have to hold it up. I'll show the card again in a minute. Hold it up and you deal with it like that. Also, do your kids know exactly what they should do if another kid cheats in a tournament? Do they know, right, first of all I have to ask, then I can call the referee, then this is the procedure. Because that actually, then you should then say to the parent, if your kid follows this procedure, you should come off and go, I'm really proud of you because you had a difficult situation. Because most of the time parents don't know what to focus on. The easiest thing for parents to focus on is the result. Win or lose. And when the world's unfair, if parents don't know how to behave and what to do, yeah, then we have a bigger problem. Because the parent will blow it up out of proportion, like the lobster hug, you know? Okay, when they cheat, when you don't recognise them, normally that's a self-reflective thing. Okay? Kids normally cheat for a reason. Okay? And then when the peacock circle, the last one is when the peacock circle is when everybody's an expert. You know in your club you have a peacock parent. Yeah? The biggest mouth that you've got in your club is like, look at my kid, he's so good. And we all know what basically a peacock is. It's a big fancy chicken that thinks it's better than all the other chickens. But if you pluck him and stuff him and stick him in the oven, he still comes out looking exactly the same. He's not really any better than anybody else. Right? But when you go to tournaments, there are a lot of peacocks. Your kid should go to this club. Why are you with that coach? Oh my God, he's terrible. This is the best coach. You should be here. The good news is if you did all the number 1 through 2, 3, 4, 5, you're ahead of every other coach out there. If you looked after the parents in all those scenarios and trained them what to deal with and did some presentations and just gave them some things. And by the way, the best time to do presentations for all these things is during a tournament, because that's the only time you can guarantee all the parents are going to be there. If you have a parent meeting, who turns up? All the parents you speak to anyway. All the ones you don't, you never get to speak to, and you really need to speak to, they don't turn up. So the best time is when you've got a captive audience, right, to make sure you do that. Okay, last thing, because I'm now over time, all right, and then I'll get shot, because you're by you probably. Right, practice. Let's just talk a little bit about practice. I said I'd define what that was a little bit before. For me, practice is going on a court and trying stuff out under no pressure. There's no coach watching you necessarily during lessons, right? But you're trying different stuff out. So some of it could be competitive, some of it could be cooperative. The ratio is the big thing that's different. So if you do a lesson, it's like one coach 6 kids or one coach 8 kids. This could be one coach 30 kids, one coach every kid. And you can send them out on court to do different things. Right? So for me, I do like, okay, my red kids come Friday night at 5 o'clock, red practice. And we'll do learning situations. So we're going to, all this stuff we're going to do this afternoon, the court warrior stuff, you can use in practice. So we can get through this quite quickly. All right? As I said, it's limited stress. It's actually lots of implicit learning. In other words, you create an environment. But this is kind of the one that I can't do with you this afternoon, but we use a lot. Right? So we have these cards. Now, there are 10 cards, and each card gives you a bonus. So, for example, you can have a neutralizer card, that one there, means on the next point I can take away your favourite shot. I can say you're not allowed to hit forehands on the next shot. Yeah? Or the superpower card is like, if I win the next point with my serve, I get 3 points instead of 1. Because I nominated my serve as my superpower. Or the replay card is, I don't like that point, we're going to replay it again. Yeah? Or the reverse card is, we're playing tie breaks, and any time I can reverse the tie break score around. Yeah? Up to 4 points. Once you've gone past 4, you're not allowed to do it. Or then there's a secret card which the coach can nominate today, that means this. And basically what we do is, we do different games and things where you can earn the cards by doing drills and practice. So you might have worked on forehands cross court in a particular drill, but you'll earn cards that you can then use in your matches when it comes to practice. So we've got that collecting thing before, and we put that into practice. Right, so this is what we try and do. We'll do with the game this afternoon. We'll show you. We're trying to get kids to used to dealing with adversity, understanding what to focus on. doing all kinds of different things. Because you know what, if you run match play, and you run match play the same every week, it becomes that pizza again. Yeah. Eventually your numbers start dropping off, or kids can't evaluate or grow on that. All right. So those are the 5 principles that we've kind of worked our way through. Yeah. We've looked at instruction, different ways to deliver your instruction. We've looked at how we create a better social belonging thing, simple little things you can do for that. We've looked at a little bit of competition. Yeah. We've looked a little bit around some of the things you can do with parents. To be honest, there's a whole other resource on that. We'll try and make that accessible to you. And then we've looked a little bit at practice and some of the things that we can do in practice. Every single one of your facilities is a little bit different, as we said before. So for each one of you, you have to find what works for you. Look at it like a menu. You might just pluck that idea, and that idea, that idea. Yeah? Don't go away and try and do too many things at once. With the things that we've talked about today, even if you wanted to implement 2 or 3 in each category, that's probably a year's worth of development in your program. Because people don't like change. And you have to just get people used to doing things a little bit different. Okay, so I've just stolen 2 hours of your life, basically. No one fell asleep or died, which is a great result. That doesn't always happen, right? But that's 2 hours wasted for you, because as I say, there's only one group of, if you measure the commitment level between me and you out there, yours is way higher. I got paid to be here, all right? You didn't. Okay, you paid to be here, exactly the opposite. Right? So your commitment level is already way higher than mine. So if you genuinely want to not waste the last 2 hours, I'd like you to try just one thing that we've talked about today. Okay? So can you put your hand up now if you will try at least one thing? Just one little time. Right. You can only, right, if you can only bring your hand down. Hold on, I didn't say put your hand. Right. If you genuinely mean it. Okay? So that means this bit. Next time I meet you, hopefully I will, because hopefully I'll get down in the south. Before today I thought North Carolina was in the south. Right? Okay? If I meet you again, you'll tell me what thing you tried and how it went. And I'd love to know, I honestly would. Yeah? If you don't, then you'll still have your hand up in the air like that. Yeah. All right, enjoy your lunch. Thanks so much for your time. See you.